everybody. I just want to come back with yesterday. I had a Q&A, a few questions I had to answer. I want to shout out Chris Stanley. I think that's your name. I don't want to butcher your name or anything like that. And Lord Megatron. Shout out to those two guys. I'm gonna answer their two questions. Okay, we're gonna start off with the question on Baller picking locker room guys and guys that you think that's gonna be in the community over guys that you think that may could be better, but they have off field issues or locker room issues that you don't want to bring in. One way I can answer that question, I really like it because I don't want it to be 1,000 guys. I mean, I don't want it to be a whole group of people and we get to, get noisy and start talking every week and talking about this guy or that guy. I really like our team because it's quiet and we just go out there. We kick your butt on the field. We don't have to worry about saying this about this guy or calling these headlines or anything like that. We don't need no motivation or anything else. We just go out there and we just play. That's the type of guys that Ballard wants in the locker room, and I have no problem with that. I'm actually very fond of that because those are the type of guys that you need in your locker room. You don't want no people that's always making noise, always talking about this, always talking about that, or guys, or we can end up like the Kansas City Chiefs. We can end up like the Seattle Seahawks. Many different teams you can end up like because that may have worked in the past, but it's really not. It really doesn't work this day and time because having to have other people to handle somebody, watching them go out and everything else, I'm glad we don't have to have that problem. Chris Ballard and Frank Wright, they ain't got to have their phone on all night to be worried about what a player is going to do. Then you see you ain't got to worry about nobody unavailable, missing games. You ain't got to worry about nobody that just, think it's more about them than not the team. That's the real key point, a key issue I like there. That it ain't no selfish players on this team. That's what I really like. I don't want nobody that's for themselves or, only thinks about themselves and not anybody else. That's what I really like about this team, and I don't have no problem with Chris Ballard not wanting to go out and shell out millions to players like trading for Antonio Brown. I know everybody thinking, man, we should have tried to trade for Antonio Brown, but I understand your thinking. But Antonio Brown, I hate to say it, don't get me wrong, he's a good wide receiver, but he's a diva. He's a diva. I like him as a wide receiver, like him as a player, but his attitude towards himself, and again, trading for Antonio Brown, players, trading people like that. Antonio Brown, he's a great player. He's a great player. He's the guy that's going to get you them 100 catches and everything else, but you don't need no diva on your team. That's just one thing you don't need. You don't need some diva guy who's gonna, be mad when he don't get that many catches, be mad when his stats is down. See, we don't need nobody like that. Because in the grand scheme of things, you need players that just come and just play their role and just go on about their business. You don't really need no guys who gonna want to worry about, oh man, man, I'm close to 1,000 yards this season. Y'all gonna pass me the ball? We don't need nobody like that. We need people. You if you come to this team, whatever stats you want, you gonna get them stats. But I don't like how people come around, how it be like players, they come around and they say, oh man, I need my stats, I need this stat, I need that stat, man. I need 1,000 yards this season, 1,500 yards if I can get it. Or running back. Oh, I need my 400 carries a year. Or, I don't want to be here and different types of stuff like that. That's because I really like our team. We got our players, and they go out there and they know exactly what their roles are, and they go play them. I, I know I'm not trying to say like we have a team of role players, but I'm just saying like everybody is nobody that thinks they're bigger than anybody. Everybody just goes out there and play as a team, which that's what I really like, and that's what I'm glad Chris Ballard is building this locker room on. Okay, the next question I got was who's my favorite player all time? I'm gonna do a little cheating on this one. I'm gonna say my favorite co-player of all time obviously had to be Peyton Manning. Multiple MVP seasons, went to 4 Super Bowls, won 2 of them. I mean, it just don't get no better than that. Which I know a lot of people like to say, well, man, he really, when he got to the playoffs, he really didn't do too much. But he made it to Super Bowl 4 times. Some people, some people don't even make it to the Super Bowl in their NFL career. Some people don't. I mean, some people don't win a Super Bowl. Some people don't even make it to the Super Bowl. Some people don't even make a dent in the playoffs. And I mean, I hate how they do disrespect Peyton Manning in that manner. Because Peyton Manning is an all-time great, in my opinion. One of the best quarterbacks we ever seen. One with the best, smartest mind of all time that I can just ever think about as a player. But if you talk about favorite player just all time, like Peyton Manning, I got to give him respect because he was my favorite Colts player. But if I had to say favorite football players, I got to say players because I really liked it. LT Lawrence Taylor. I really liked him. I really didn't get to see much of him playing. I know that, but I just went back and they got his football life on NFL Network, and he just the things I just seen him do. He was just the type of person. He changed a whole position. You needed a left tackle if he was coming your way. He made it so important. He changed the game. Because before then, people was like, "Oh man, just have a solid offensive line." Now it's that you gotta have that guy, a great left tackle, or he's gonna get done in by the likes of people like LT and different people like that. All-time great pass rushers. And another guy I really liked was LaDainian Thomas. He's just one of my favorite. He's my favorite running back of all. Well, one of my favorite running backs of all time. I just really liked how he could just do it all. I saw him throwing touchdowns. I saw him running. I saw him being a receiver at times. I saw him being a quarterback on some spurts of plays, and I saw him running it in. He was just one of those do it all running backs, and that's what I really liked about him. And another player, this guy right here, he made me. Well, after I watched him, looked at his story and everything, he started me really to watching football. That's Adrian Peterson. He's one of my favorite running backs of all time. I just saw his story. I tore his ACL, and then next year he came back, and he won the MVP. And that was just so unbelievable to me that I seen that. But as soon as I saw that, I was like, man, maybe to watch the NFL, I didn't think about being on his favorite, watching his team or whatnot, but always, that's what really got me back into football. So, yeah, and right now, my favorite player in the league is Aaron Rodgers, but Andrew Luck is hands down one of the best quarterbacks in the league right now. But yeah, Aaron Rodgers, that is one of my favorite players in the league right now. I just really like that he can do everything. And I feel like that Andrew Luck is on level playing field with all the top guys in the league. So, all right then.